I was standing in the kitchen when the suitcase wheels stopped rolling. Silence hit first, the kind that knows something is wrong before anyone speaks. My mother's eyes went to the counter, then to me, then to the jacket draped over the chair like it had been waiting. My father hadn't even closed the door yet. My sister, my twin, smiled the way she always did when she thought she'd won something without trying. They hadn't noticed the envelope yet. Thick, cream-colored, heavy with consequence. I let them breathe for a second. Then I said, calmly, "Before you unpack, you should sit down." That was the inciting moment. Not the betrayal, the reckoning. I used to believe twins shared something sacred, not mystical, just fair, equal love, equal pride, equal celebration. Graduation day proved how naive I was. We crossed the stage together, identical caps, identical gowns, identical smiles frozen for photos. But when the crowd thinned and the cameras went down, the plan revealed itself. One suitcase, 2 tickets, a celebration trip for her. They said it like it was practical, like I'd understand. "She needs this," my mother said, already folding clothes. "You're independent," my father added, as if it were a compliment. I stood there with my diploma and watched them leave. The door shut with a soft click. That sound lodged in me, stayed. The past doesn't hurt because it's gone. It hurts because it explains everything. I remembered being 7 when she cried louder and got the toy. 14 when her mistakes were phases and mine were disappointments. 17 when teachers praised me and my parents asked why it wasn't her. I had learned early how to disappear quietly. I mistook silence for strength. I thought patience would earn me fairness. Graduation taught me patience only earns neglect. I didn't cry when they left. I cleaned the house. I folded their laundry. I fed the dog. I waited, because something else had already been set in motion. The signs had started months earlier, subtle shifts. My sister whispering into her phone at night. My parents suddenly interested in her plans, her dreams, her future. Mine treated like background noise. Then came the slip, a voicemail meant for someone else. My name mentioned like a liability, a decision made without me. That was the moment betrayal stopped being emotional and became informational. I didn't confront them. I observed. I documented. I remembered dates, words, patterns. I learned where affection flowed and where it was strategically withheld. And I realized something important. They weren't cruel. They were predictable. Revenge doesn't start with rage. It starts with clarity. I made one phone call, then another. I dusted off connections I'd built quietly while they were busy nurturing the wrong prodigy. I followed through on an opportunity I'd never mentioned because no one had asked. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't demand apologies. I played the role they'd written for me, invisible, compliant, harmless. Behind the scenes, paperwork moved, accounts opened, a future took shape without their input. Justice doesn't need witnesses, it needs timing. The check arrived on the 4th day they were gone. $100,000. Clean, legal, earned. I folded it once and slid it into my jacket pocket like it was nothing special, like I hadn't just been validated by someone who saw my worth without needing to be reminded. I hung the jacket where they'd see it first, then I waited. Back in the kitchen, my mother reached for the envelope like it might bite her. "What is this?" she asked. My father unfolded the check. His hands shook. My sister leaned in, breath caught between jealousy and disbelief. "No," she whispered. "That's not real." I met her eyes, held them. "It's real." My mother's voice cracked. "Who gave you this?" I let the question sit, let the air thicken. Then I answered. "The same person who offered me a future you never did." The meltdown was immediate. Questions, accusations, tears weaponized like currency. My sister demanded explanations she wasn't entitled to. My father asked why I hadn't told them. I shrugged. "You didn't ask." That was the moment they understood. Not the money, the distance. They realized I no longer needed them to choose me. They tried to reclaim control. Promises surfaced. Regret performed loudly. My sister cried harder than I'd ever seen her cry for me. But it was too late. Revenge isn't loud. It doesn't scream. It doesn't humiliate. It reveals. I didn't take the check out to hurt them. I took it out to show them the truth they'd avoided, that someone else saw me clearly, and they missed their chance. Now, standing there, I felt something I hadn't expected. Relief.
Not because I'd won, but because I was done auditioning for love that came with conditions. I picked up my jacket, slid the check back inside. "I'm moving out," I said. "Tonight." They froze, not angry now, afraid. I walked past them, calm, steady, finished. Justice isn't punishment. It's leaving with your dignity intact and letting the people who underestimated you sit with the echo of their own choices.